Welcome back, everybody, to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite series, the Los Angeles Lakers Flashback Rebuild here on NBA 2K22. That's right. We return. It is episode 12, season 12. We are already 12 years deep, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe that? I can't really believe it. We've won 2 titles. And in the last episode, we drafted LeBron James with the first overall pick. It was a lot of work to get the first overall pick, but we did it, and we drafted LeBron James. Oh, baby, I'm so excited to see how he does in this series. But like I mentioned, 12 seasons in, we're entering our 12th season, and we've won 2 titles in 11 years. We need to bump those numbers up. We need to start going on a little bit of a run in consecutive seasons and starting to build a little bit of a dynasty here. 2 titles in 11 years is good, but it's nowhere near what we need to be. If we take a look at what the roster looks like, we've got Curry, we've got Kobe, we've got LeBron in his rookie season, we've got Kevin Durant, we've got Evan Mobley, and that's just the starting lineup. We've got Jermaine O'Neal. We've got the meme himself, Darko Milicic. We've got Jerry Lucas off the bench. We've got Tyreke Evans, who I signed to. Well, I didn't sign. I traded him last year. He was on a 2-year contract. He's now in his final season, making a lot of money. We probably won't bring him back. But hey, if we can get him 2 rings, that's not a little bad contract or not a little bad trade there for him. And we've also got Gail Goodrich and Eddie Moore, and then Lamar Anthony as the backup point guard. So that is what the team is looking like. But now it's time for the biggest, most important part of any episode that we do here in this series, and that is to spin the almighty powerful wheel and find out what draft class we're going to be fighting for in this episode. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, spin that wheel. I don't know how we could get any better than what we did in 2003 last episode, and it looks like we're going back in the time machine. 1978. That's Larry Bird. I'm pretty sure that's Larry Bird, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know who else is in that class, but I'm pretty sure that is good old Larry Legend headed to the series, which is pretty interesting. Maybe if I, once we get this downloaded, I'll remember other people that are in the class. But 1978 draft class. Obviously 79 is is Magic Johnson. So here we go. We got a couple decent ones. This one has 360 downloads and 20 updates. So how bad could it be? Let's take a look at it, see what it is. So we've got Larry Bird, obviously, but he has an overseas contract. Oh, that's because I know why he has an overseas contract, because he got drafted in 78, but he went back to college and played in the 79 championship game against Michael Why do I keep doing that? I keep combining Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. He played against Magic Johnson in the 79 championship game in the NCAA championship game, then came into the league the same year that Magic Johnson did. So that's why he's got the 1 year overseas thing. So that's actually a little interesting, little side thing. But to have Larry, I'm gonna keep it. I like that. I think that's an interesting little addition to the series, to have Larry Bird be drafted in this season, but won't be able to be eligible to play until the next season, next episode. That's pretty cool. Or the episode after next episode. So we've also got Mike Mitchell, who I don't think is a real guy. But we've got Reggie Theis, or Reggie Theis. I never knew how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Reggie Theis. Is it Reggie Theis? Is it T-H, Ty? Or is it Thigh? I think it's Theis. Purvis Short, Ron Brewer, who is real? Is Ron Brewer real? I don't honestly know. He looks not real, but you never know. Then you got Maurice Cheeks, Michael Ray Richardson, Phil Ford, Butch Lee. Not a great class. I mean, you got Michael Cooper, who's good. George Johnson was okay in his time. Michael Thompson's good. He is Klay Thompson's dad. Then you got who else is down here? You got current Tampa Bay Buccaneer Mike Evans. I kind of screwed that joke up. It's a decent class. I think we'll keep this download. I think it's pretty good. But the real prize of this class is Larry Bird. Now, if we take a look at our assets, our trade assets, we have 2 picks for this year, the Bucks pick and the Pistons pick. Obviously, we traded a lot of picks to get LeBron last season, so we don't have a lot of assets like we normally do, but we do have 2 first-round picks this year. Now, depending on how good the Bucks and the Pistons are going to be, I guess we could take a look and see what their rosters are looking like. We kind of predict maybe how they're going to be. So the Milwaukee Bucks have Jalen Green, Bob Boozer, who's 30 years old now, John Stockton, who looks like he's 30 years old, Antoine Walker. Okay, so they're not a great team, so they could certainly be a lottery team, unless Jalen Green and Bob Boozer carry them. You never really know. Then we go to the Detroit Pistons, and the Pistons have David Lee, Corey Brewer, Moses Moody, so they're not very good. They're not very good at all. So it's good that we have their pick, because they can very easily be a top 5 team in the draft. So that's good. We got to watch out for those 2 guys. Obviously, we don't have our own pick because we traded that a while ago. I don't even remember. We probably traded it in the LeBron trade, or maybe we traded it earlier. I don't even remember. But as for maybe making trades of our own, I have been thinking a lot about this. I've been thinking a lot about what we do with a guy like Steph Curry. Because, yes, Steph Curry's 27 years old. He is making a ton of money. And as you can see, he's got 1 year, $46 million that we need to pay him. And he does have a player option that he probably will accept. So we've got him at least for 2 seasons. But I don't know. It's just a matter of what kind of draft classes we get in the near future. Now, we're not going to make any trades this season with Steph Curry because the point guard class isn't really that great in the draft class this year. But we could maybe make a trade for trade Steph Curry away for a Chris Paul or maybe a Patrick Beverly. I'm just kidding. We're not going to trade it to Patrick Beverly. But, I mean, Steph Curry, man, he's the 4th best quarterback. What am I talking about? He's the 4th best point guard in the entire league, behind Chris Paul, Mike Conley, Cade Cunningham, and then him. So, and Cade's only 24. I'm not saying that we're going to make any drastic changes now. I'm just saying we got to keep it in the realm of possibility that Steph Curry, depending on the draft classes that we spin the next couple seasons, could be out the door for some draft picks. But this main episode is going to be about LeBron James and seeing how his first rookie season goes, hopefully winning Rookie of the Year. But you never know, because he is behind a lot of other guys like Kobe Bryant, Curry, Kevin Durant, Mobley, who are going to get their buckets. So LeBron's not the number 1 scoring option, unlike Melo or Dwayne Wade or whoever else went in that draft class. Let's find out where some of the other guys went. I don't really remember where any of those guys went. It has been a minute since I recorded that video. So if we take a look, where is Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade? Dwayne Wade got drafted by the Suns, so he's got a good shot at winning Rookie of the Year. He's got a good shot because he's going to be one of the primary ball handlers, one of the primary scorers, even in his rookie season. So he's got a good shot. What about Chris Bosh or Carmelo? Carmelo on the Rockets is not going to be a primary scorer because they've got Allen Iverson. So Melo might struggle a little bit in the first season. And then Chris Bosh, where did you get drafted to? Did I already pass you? Oh, here he is. He's on the Denver Nuggets. No, he's on the Brooklyn Nets. Excuse me. He's on the Brooklyn Nets. And he is certainly not the primary scorer with Rick Barry, even Trey Mann, Nick Anderson. So Chris Bosh, and he probably wouldn't win Rookie of the Year anyway, even if he was the primary scorer. So, I mean, LeBron's got a decent shot, but you never really know. And with all that being said, when we figured out what draft class we're fighting for, 1978, it's time to simulate halfway through the season roughly halfway through the season, to the All-Star Draft and see who the All-Star captains are and see where this team is starting out the first part of the season. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get on to it. We make it to February 6th, All-Star break. Well, almost All-Star. We got about a week and a half left, but it's the All-Star Draft. And we are first in the conference. Once again, we 43-11. Very solid. We were battling with the Rockets and the Mavs for the first couple of weeks of the season. We were struggling out the gates, losing a couple games in a row, going on a little bit of a slump, but we picked it up and we won most of our games, as you can obviously tell. Player stats, Kevin Durant averaging about 19 points per game, kind of dropped, as you would expect, because of the amount of scores that we have on the team now. Kevin Durant's not going to get as many buckets as he usually would. Steph Curry getting a lot of buckets. Kobe Bryant going to be getting a lot of buckets. LeBron James going to be getting a lot of buckets. Evan Mobley's even going to be getting a lot of buckets. So you can't really have somebody average 25, 27, 30 points per game when you've got all these other different options to get a bucket. So everybody's playing really well, though. I'm really impressed with how everybody's, even Tyreke Evans coming off the bench is averaging about 8 points per game. So he's getting buckets off the bench. Jerry Lucas coming off the bench getting some decent buckets. Jermaine O'Neal in his third season, averaging a little bit more than usual, doing okay. Maybe he can take a step. I'm hoping that he can develop. Darko in his rookie season, getting some points, not doing anything crazy. He's certainly playing third string center, but he's still getting on the court a little bit, probably playing a little backup power forward as well. But also, Kevin Durant's playing power forward for the first time this season in his career. Well, he was playing small forward for every single season except for this one. So that's why he's probably struggling a little bit, because not only do we have a lot of scores, but he's going up against different defenders now. Bigger defenders. I mean, he's a big guy, but he's going up against bigger guys than small forwards. So all-star captains are Chris and Chris. I got confused there for a second because I was reading East and West. Okay, so it's Chris Paul and Chris Webber. I think this is the first time Chris Paul's been a captain. He's been an all-star 10 times, but I think this is the first time he's been a captain. And here we go. Here's the Western Conference. Chris Paul selects Wilt Chamberlain, Kevin Durant, Hakeem Olajuwon, Johnson. And by the way, East and West doesn't really matter because obviously it's a draft, so you can draft whoever you want no matter what conference they're in. But Chris Paul takes Wilt Chamberlain, Kevin Durant, Hakeem Olajuwon, John Stockton, and then Penny Hardaway, Cade Cunningham, Rick Barry, Michael Jordan, Evan Mobley, Dave DeBusschere, Dave DeBuscher. I keep putting the DeBusschere on it. That's not how you pronounce it. And then Glenn Rice. And then Chris Webber drafts James Harden, Blake Griffin, Stephon Marbury, and Bob Boozer. And Vin Baker, Scotty Barnes, Mike Conley, Jamal Mashburn, Steve Nash, Peja Stojakovic, and Jerry Sloan. So we get 2 All-Stars, 1 starter and 1 backup, 1 reserve, being Kevin Durant and Evan Mobley. So that's cool. No Curry, no LeBron, no Kobe. But we get some All-Stars. That's awesome. We're not really in it for the All-Stars. We're in it for more of the championships at the end of the season. League leader Chris Webber is leading the league in scoring. Then you got Jalen Suggs, who's a 91 overall. He has really developed as the kind of quote-unquote star of the Portland Trailblazers. Then you got Rick Barry, Marbury, Stojakovic. Scotty Barnes starting to become something here, really averaging a lot of good points. He's developing. He's an 88 overall now. Remember, we were 1 draft pick away from getting Scotty Barnes. We drafted Evan Mobley at pick 8, and Scotty was pick 7. We were going to draft Scotty Barnes, but he got taken. Our first leading scorer is going to be... Where is he at? There he is. 32nd in the league. Kevin Durant, right above Jonathan Kuminga. But that's going to do it for this little halfway cut, I guess, or halfway clip. We get to the end of the season where we get the awards, the All-NBA players, and all that good stuff, then the playoffs, and then we get into the good stuff, which is the off-season. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season. And the season is wrapped. Season 12 is done. Chris Webber wins the MVP. How many MVPs is that for Chris? It's got to be like 2 or 3, right? He's got 2. Last year's and this year's for good old Chris Webber. So he's finally starting to make his mark as a number 1 overall pick a few seasons back. Actually, he's been in the league for a while now. Almost coming up on a decade in the league. Carmelo Anthony wins Rookie of the Year. I told you that he would probably have the best shot besides... actually, no, I didn't. He was on the team with Allen Iverson. I thought Dwayne Wade would have the best shot. But Carmelo, even with Allen Iverson, averaged 22 points per game. So good for Melo. Always getting his buckets. Kirk Heinrich wins 6th Man of the Year. As a rookie, that's cool. Wilt Chamberlain again takes DPOY. That's... how many is that? That's 9 in a row. That is just outstanding that he can do that. He's been 10 years in the league, and 9 of them have been Defense Player of the Year. That's pretty crazy. Then you got Jalen Suggs wins Most Improved, averaged 30 this season. He put up 30 on the Blazers. That's absolutely wild. Sebastian Graham wins Coach of the Year for us, and then Cody Toole wins the Executive of the Year. So I don't know why we keep getting snubbed as Executive of the Year. I don't like it. All-NBA first team, Jalen Suggs, Chris Paul, Chris Webber, Rick Barry, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Second team, Stockton, Cunningham, Baker, Scotty Barnes, and Wilt Chamberlain. And third team is Marbury, Mike Conley, Dave DeBusschere, Blake Griffin, and Evan Mobley. So we got an all-NBA player on the third team. All defensive teams. Here's the second team. And then all rookie team is Anthony, Wade, LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Kirk Heinrich. So that's everybody you would expect. And then Kirk Heinrich. Then you go to the second team, Chris Kaman, Mo Williams, Travis Outlaw, Luke Ridnour, and Michael Petrus. What an interesting set of names on that second team. But we were obviously the number one seed in the entire Western Conference because we were just so good. But Steph Curry took over the scoring duties over Kevin Durant there with averaging about 20 points per game. Durant with 19, Kobe 18, Mobley 15. We saw his stats. And then LeBron, first season, averaging about 15 and a half. That's a good season from a rookie LeBron, especially when he is going up against these 4 heavyweights for touches on the ball. So he's putting up his points. Tyreek Evans did a good job as a backup small forward. So did Gail Goodrich as backup shooting guard. Jerry Lucas did okay. Eddie Moore was hurt a little bit. Jermaine O'Neal did about what I expected Jermaine O'Neal to do. I'm really hoping he takes a big leap because I really want him to be a nice, solid backup for us. Darko did Darko things. I don't know if you went into this season expecting Darko to average about like 6, 7, 8 points a game, you probably should take a look at what our roster has because you were not thinking right. Kobe shot 57% from the field, which is crazy. Good for Kobe. Around the rest of the league, Chris Webber obviously led the league in scoring because he was the MVP. Well, not obviously, because somebody else could have led the league in scoring. Then Jalen Suggs. So we had 2 guys average 30 points this year, and it's Chris Webber and Jalen Suggs. What a combo. It's about the same guys that we saw at halfway point in the season, although Ray Allen moves up to the top 10 in scoring. Peja kind of dropped down a little bit. It looks like he had a little bit of a rough second half of the season. The play-in is done, and we are taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. They have Tim Hardaway, Josh Giddey. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name at small forward. They've got Purvis Ellison and Hakeem Olajuwon. Pretty tough matchup. This is a good team to be having to go their way into the play-in and then make it to the 8th seed. I think we've obviously got the better team. We win at every single position except for center. But I think we can do it. Let's go through and see what happens here. Game 1 is a Timberwolves win. Not what I like to see there. Game 2 is also a Timberwolves win. No. We're not getting swept, okay? We are not getting swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm giving my guys 9-man rotation. I'm not getting swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves, okay? This is not how this is going to go. We are the defending champions. We have a god squad of a team. We're not getting swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves. I know they got Hakeem Olajuwon. There we go. We're starting to pull away. All right, yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. I'll take a gentleman's sweep. I'm not taking an actual sweep. Now let's take it again. There we go. We're winning every quarter. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. There we go. Absolutely blew him out of the water. Blew him out of the absolute water there. Now we go to game 6. Let's see what the boys can do. All right, we're slowing down a little bit. They're starting to come back here. This is making it a little bit of a game. I'm getting a little bit nervous. Turtle head popping out. 116. All right, we got it. And look at that. The Timberwolves blew a 3-0 lead, and now it's game 7. Game 7, first round. This is already testing our durability in the playoffs. We're going game 7, first round, and it looks like we are taking it home. So we come back from down 3-0 to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we move on to the second round. I was not going to get swept in the first round. As the defending champions, it was not going to happen. Now, the question is, do we move everybody back to their normal minutes, or do we just continue to go through with a 9-man rotation? I think we might have to go through with a regular 9-man. That might be what it goes. And you can tell when I switched to the 9-man rotation, because then it immediately jumps from what Kevin Durant was averaging in game 3 to now up to 38 points in game 4. He put up 39 in game 5, and Evan Mobley had 34. And then game 6, he had 27. And then in game 7, he had 35. Curry had 31. We're taking on the Mavs. They have Chris Paul, Dick Van Arsdale, George McLeod, Thaddeus Young, and Joakim Noah. All right, we win every matchup except for Chris Paul. the point guard position. Let's see how this series goes. Game 1, Dallas victory. Game 2 is a Laker victory. Game 3 is a Dallas win. Game 4 is a Laker win. Game 5 is a Laker win. Game 6 is a Laker win. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Durant has been doing good. Curry finally starting to make his name known here, you could say. 28 points. 33 for Kobe in Game 4. Okay, I see you out here, Kobe. Kevin Durant doing pretty good as well. Our guys are playing well, and now we're going up against Golden State. That's not good. Sprained left knee for Kevin Durant. They've got Ty Lawson, Ray Allen, Jonathan Kuminga, Eugene, and Jordan Hill for the Warriors. That is not what you want to see. So luckily we have a lot of guys that can score, but not having Kevin Durant out there is going to hurt. Warriors take Game 1. Warriors take Game 2. I don't know if we can come back from this. I mean, I guess I could switch the lineup to a even smaller, but without Kevin Durant, I mean, I don't know if we can come back. I could we probably should keep Jerry Lucas. I was going to say I could probably move Jermaine O'Neal to center and have Evan Mobley play power forward, but I don't think that's a good option. I think having Jerry Lucas there is the best option, but without Kevin Durant, we just don't have that scoring threat, I guess. We're going to get swept in the conference finals. There's nothing I can do about it, I don't think. I guess I could try and make a comeback here. I could jump into the game. No, we're down 122 to 105. I missed my opportunity. We lose. We were eliminated in the conference finals, swept 4-0, and that sucks because you got to think we had a shot if Kevin Durant doesn't get hurt. And now it's Warriors-Raptors. Warriors take Game 1. Raptors take Game 2. Raptors take Game 3. And Game 4. Warriors come back and take Game 5. And then the Raptors win the championship with Chris Webber on the roster as the MVP of the league and now the Finals MVP as well. But you got to think this is a missed opportunity for us because we had all the promise in the world. And maybe, who knows, maybe we would have got to the NBA Finals and got beat by the Raptors. But you got to think that we would have at least beaten the Warriors if we didn't lose Kevin Durant to that injury. That does suck, but we have to move on. It is what it is. And we're finally losing some guys that were in one of the original draft classes. We're losing Andre Blatch. He's retiring after 8 seasons. Jarrett Jack retires. Hakeem Warwick, who was on those Grizzly teams with Chris Paul and Andrew Bogut. So we're finally starting to lose some guys that were some of the original guys that were in the first episodes. League meetings, we will reject all this stuff, make sure everything's the same. And now it's time for the draft lottery. So we got to find out the Pistons and the Bucks were bad. We don't have either of them in the thing. So what picks do we get? We get 17 and 22. So the Pistons were good. I didn't think the Pistons were that good, but I guess they are. I don't know if that even really matters at this point. We have some decent picks. It's kind of a deep draft. Maybe we don't even draft anybody in this one because we don't necessarily need Larry Bird. I'm not like fighting tooth and nail to get Larry Bird on the team. He'd be cool to have. But maybe we trade these picks for some next year picks because who knows what the roster or the draft class is going to be next year. So maybe we go into this little trade finder thing and we throw up this 17th overall pick and we see if we can get some next year picks for it. They're going to give us a 2034 first round pick, the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, I like that. That might be the one that we're going to do because I'm not seeing 35. No, I'd rather go 34 first rounder from the Dallas Mavericks. Unprotected 2034 first round pick. I will take that. You can have the 17th overall pick. Thank you very much, Dallas. And then if we go to Trade Finder again and throw up the first and the second because we don't need the second round pick either. Maybe we can get another first round pick that is of value. There's some 36, 2036. There's a 35. I don't think we're going to be getting a 34, it looks like. Well, I guess we could get one that's protected, but lottery protect from the Timberwolves, they seem to be pretty bad, so I don't really want to even get into that. But we are getting some 35s. 35 seems to be the best that we can do, so we'll get a 35. It's just a matter of who we take it from. The Spurs? I guess the Spurs could be an option, but maybe we take from the Warriors, but the Warriors just went to the finals, so we probably don't take it from them. It's probably the Mavericks again. We just take their 2034 and their 2035, I guess. That seems to be the best option. Let's do that. We'll take their picks. So we have no picks in this year's draft. The first time we ever in the series don't have a first round pick. But we've got 2 picks next year, and we've got 2 picks in 2035, and then none in 2036. But we'll be able to get some in that depending on who the draft class is, I guess. All right, let's go to the draft and see who takes Larry Bird. The Atlanta Hawks are the #1 team, and they draft Reggie Theis, or Theus, however you say his name. So Larry Bird doesn't even go #1 overall. Maybe a missed opportunity by the Atlanta Hawks because the Clippers take Larry Bird. Maybe the Hawks were a little bit worried with that drafting stash. They didn't want to take him. I don't know. Maybe that's their mistake. Maybe they're smart. I don't know. Larry Bird ends up being an 83 overall. Reggie is a 78. Mitchell's a 75. Cheeks is a 75. Phil Ford's an 80. Nobody else really that high overall. Okay. Interesting draft. Very interesting draft. Michael Cooper's a 74. We don't have any rookies to sign. Team player option. Steph Curry declined his player option. Wow. I was banking on him accepting it. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was banking on him accepting it. Now we gotta try. We might not even have to trade Steph Curry because we gotta try and bring him back. Well, this sucks. I was banking on him accepting that. We do have his bird rights, so whatever he gets offered, we can match it. But look at the kind of money that Steph Curry is asking for. 56. We're getting into the realm of craziness here. We are getting into the realm of absolute craziness. He has no offers, but I mean, can we really even afford that much money? Obviously we can't, but this is what our roster is looking like. We have no point guards. All of our shooting guards are back. LeBron's here. Durant's here. I mean, we keep a lot of our guys, yeah, but a lot of people are up for contracts next year. We're going to have to pay a lot of guys. Kobe's going to need to get paid. LeBron's going to get his team option. Durant's going to need to get paid in a couple seasons. We got a lot of things to figure out. I'm just curious to see who tries to offer Curry a contract. Is somebody going to... Yes, somebody's going to offer Curry a contract. I'm just hoping that we can match it. Where did Steph Curry go? It says Steph Curry got signed by the Mavericks. What? We had bird rights on him. Can I please match this? Steph Curry's on the Mavericks. What in the what? They didn't give me an option to match the contract. I know he's not restricted, but the bird rights should have meant that... Did I just screw this up? Oh, I think I just screwed that up. I really just screwed that up. There's Johnny Flynn, who was on the Lakers for a few seasons. I guess more than a few seasons. Man, did I really just do that? I screwed up our bird right thing because I didn't understand it, I guess. Oh, that's not good at all. I'm going to be sick. Now we don't have a point guard. I guess I could move Kobe to point guard? Because there's no one here that I really would want. Oh, come on. Nobody wants to get a contract from us? Everybody wants so much money. We might need to remove salary cap. Because everybody wants so much money. Man, I can't believe that I sold that. I mean, we have Tyreek Evans. I can't believe I did that. I'm super upset at myself right now. I am really super upset at myself because I screwed that up. That's all on me, too. I misunderstood, I guess, or understood, I guess is the right thing, what the bird rights was. I thought that I was going to be able to match whatever contract, but that's restricted free agency, not bird rights. Bird rights means you can offer them a contract with, like, no money. Like, you don't have any money on your books, but you can still offer somebody a contract if you have their bird rights. And I kind of screwed that up. And now that cost me Steph Curry. So, now we got to look for a point guard. Forget the trades that I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. We don't have Steph Curry anymore. So, oh, that one hurts. That hurts a lot. All right, what's the roster looking like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we still need to sign a couple guys for some mid-level exceptions. Who wants to come play here in LA? Probably not a lot of people now that we lost Curry. Chase Budinger? I'll offer you a minimum contract, Chase. We need to get a backup point guard. How about this guy? All right, let's see if those two guys sign. Those two guys do sign, so that means we have 13 guys now on the roster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, we have 13 guys on the roster. We probably need another, like, point guard, shooting guard kind of guy. So let's go to that. Is there a nice, like, bigger point guard? This guy's pretty big, but he's asking for way too much money. We don't have the money to pay him. Patty Mills, actually. Okay. Yeah, I'd love to have Patty Mills on the team. All right, there we go. That's enough players on the team. Getting Patty Mills is actually pretty cool. But the big blunder was me screwing up the Steph Curry contract. That might come back to bite us. Kobe's up to a 94. Kevin Durant doesn't move. Mobley stays at a 92. LeBron's up to an 88. Goodrich's actually up to an 87. That's good. Maybe we move Kobe to point guard and have Gale start at shooting guard. That could be interesting. Jermaine O'Neal's up to an 83. I like to see that. Jerry Lucas is 83 still. Nobody else really moved. Patty Mills up to a 73, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, I can't believe I screwed that up. I can't believe I screwed that up. That really sucks. That really makes me mad. I am, like, actually upset about that I did that. All right, looks like Kobe's going to play some point guard for us this season. Point guard, shooting guard. He's going to be the point guard that we need. And then he's a 92 at that. So this is what the rotation's looking like. So Kobe at point. Then you got Gail Goodrich, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Evan Mobley. With Jermaine O'Neal, Jerry Lucas, Tyreek Evans, Eddie Moore, Budinger. I'd rather have another guard come off the bench. So maybe Budinger doesn't get any minutes, but Patty Mills gets some minutes. So let's take those away from you, put Patty Mills up there and give Patty Mills those minutes. I think that's fine. It's still a really good team. We just lose one of our really good scorers to the Dallas Mavericks. And I'm super upset about that because I completely could have kept that from happening, but I sold it and I just screwed it up. But that's on me, and I'll accept that because I am an idiot. But other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.